Hey everyone, welcome back to Slow English Channel. It's Emily here, and I hope your day feels calm and bright.
And I'm Paul. I've got my coffee ready. Emily, how was your weekend?
It was nice. I went to the countryside with my friends. The air was so fresh and the sky looked endless.
That sounds wonderful. Did you do anything special there?
We had a picnic near the river. We ate sandwiches, played guitar, and just talked for hours. What about you?
Well, my weekend was quiet. I stayed home, watched a movie, and cooked pasta. It was relaxing after a busy week.
Nice. You know, weekends are perfect for rest and small joys, but many English learners struggle to talk about their weekend naturally.
Exactly. They often say only, I stayed home, or I watched TV. But there are so many ways to describe your weekend.
Yes. So today, let's help our listeners sound more natural when talking about their weekend.
Great idea. Let's start simple. You can say, I went out with my friends. It means you met them somewhere, maybe a cafe or a park.
Right. Or, I hung out with my family. That's a casual and friendly way to say you spent time together.
Here's another one. I caught up on sleep. That means you slept more than usual because you were tired.
I think that's what most people do on weekends.
True. Okay, let's add some small details. For example, I went shopping for new shoes, or I had lunch with my cousin.
And if you want to sound natural, you can use time phrases. Like, on Saturday morning, I went jogging. Or, on Sunday evening, I watched a movie.
Perfect. It gives your story a clear timeline. Let's practice one together.
Okay. On Saturday, I visited my grandparents. We talked, laughed, and ate homemade cake.
That sounds so warm. Let's invite our listeners to repeat it aloud. On Saturday, I visited my grandparents. We talked, laughed, and ate homemade cake.
Go on, say it with us. Don't worry about pronunciation, just speak slowly and clearly.
Remember, done is better than perfect. Every word you speak builds confidence.
Exactly. You don't have to sound perfect. You just have to sound alive.
Let's teach a few new weekend words. The first one is relax. It means to rest and feel calm.
You can say, I relaxed at home, or I spent the weekend relaxing by the sea. A synonym is unwind.
The next one is go hiking. That means walking in nature, usually in the mountains or forest.
Right. For example, we went hiking in the forest on Sunday. Simple and beautiful.
The third one is chill. It's informal but very natural. I just chilled at home.
I love that word. It sounds casual and real, just like weekend life.
Let's test something, Emily. How would you describe your weekend using all three words, relax, hiking, and chill?
Let's see. I went hiking in the mountains on Saturday. On Sunday, I just chilled at home and relaxed with good music.
Nice. You used all of them perfectly. Listeners, now it's your turn. How would you describe your weekend? Try to use at least one of these words.
Think for a few seconds. What did you do last weekend? Did you visit anyone? Did you stay home?
Say it out loud. Even if no one is listening, your brain needs to hear your own voice.
That's how you build fluency, one small phrase at a time.
Exactly. And speaking of real life, do you remember Jessie?
Oh, yes, our student who was too shy to talk about her weekend in class.
Yes, she always said, nothing special, but after practicing these phrases, she started sharing more.
She said, I went to the park with my dog, or I watched a funny movie with my mom. It made her sound more confident and friendly.
And the best part, her classmates started talking to her more.
Because words connect people. When you share your weekend, you open a small door to your life.
Exactly. And even simple stories can make strong connections.
So let's make a small list for our listeners. Easy weekend phrases you can use right away.
Number 1, I stayed home and relaxed.
Number 2, I met my friends for coffee.
Number 3, I watched a movie and cooked dinner.
Number 4, I went shopping downtown.
Number 5, I took a short trip with my family.
Perfect. Each of these is simple, but together they build a full picture of your weekend.
And you can mix them with time phrases like on Friday night or on Sunday afternoon.
Exactly. That helps your story sound organized and natural.
You know, Emily, sometimes people think their weekend is too boring to talk about.
I know, but even small things like cleaning your room or watering your plants can be interesting if you say them with feeling.
That's true. It's not about big events. It's about sharing small pieces of your real life.
And that's what makes language beautiful, honesty and emotion.
Yes. So let's try a quick role play. Emily, I'll ask you, how was your weekend? And you answer with details. Ready?
I'm ready.
How was your weekend, Emily?
It was lovely. On Saturday, I went to the market with my mom. We bought fresh flowers and vegetables. On Sunday, I took a long nap and read a book.
Nice. That's a full, natural answer. Not too short, not too long.
Now it's your turn, Paul. How was your weekend?
I cleaned my apartment, watched a soccer match, and made pancakes. Oh, and I called my parents too.
That sounds like a perfect weekend. Simple but happy.
Exactly. And listeners, that's your goal too. Speak about your life in a simple, natural way.
All right, Paul, let's do one last vocabulary spotlight before we move to practice.
Sure. Charlotte's vocabulary spotlight.
Today's words are relax, hang out, and catch up.
Relax. To rest. Example, I relaxed at home after work.
Hang out. Spend time with someone in a casual way. Example, I hung out with my friends at the cafe.
Catch up. Talk again after a long time apart. Example, I caught up with my old friend last weekend.
Perfect. These words make your English sound more natural and friendly.
All right, everyone, take a deep breath. We're going to do a short speaking practice together.
Repeat after us. On Sunday, I relaxed at home.
I hung out with my friends.
I caught up with my cousin.
Good job. You're doing great.
You see, just 3 short phrases, and you can already share a story.
Every word you speak today makes you more confident for tomorrow.
Exactly. You're not just learning English, You're learning to express your world.
That's beautiful, Emily.
Thank you, Paul. And thank you, everyone, for staying with us. But we're not done yet. The next part is where the fun begins.
Oh, really? What's coming next?
We'll explore weekend idioms and some surprising ways to make your English sound alive.
That sounds exciting. Let's take our listeners there.
All right, welcome back. Let's dive into some fun weekend idioms and expressions that native speakers use all the time.
Perfect. Idioms make your English sound more colorful. They help you express feelings, not just facts.
Exactly. The first one is sleep in. It means to wake up later than usual.
For example, I finally slept in on Sunday after a long week. It feels so good to rest, right?
Yes, I love those mornings with no alarm. You open your eyes slowly, hear birds outside, and just smile.
The second idiom is take it easy. It means to relax, not rush.
You can say, I took it easy this weekend. Maybe you read a book or watched your favorite show.
The third one is have a blast. It means to have a lot of fun.
Like, we went to the beach and had a blast. That's a great way to sound cheerful and natural.
Exactly. And here's a quick challenge for our listeners. Try to make your own sentence using one of these idioms.
Say it out loud now. Don't think too much. Just speak. Your brain learns faster when you move your mouth.
Right. Speaking out loud builds muscle memory. Your mouth starts to remember English.
That's the secret. Fluency isn't about knowing every word. It's about using what you know with confidence.
Yes. And speaking of confidence, let's talk about Jessie again.
Ah, yes, Jessie. She told us something sweet last week. She said, now, when people ask me about my weekend, I actually enjoy answering.
That's amazing because before she used to freeze, afraid of making mistakes.
Exactly. But after months of small practice, she started to see progress. And that's what we want for every listener.
It's true. Progress isn't about big jumps. It's about tiny steps, spoken again and again.
Like 1% every day. That's the growth mindset. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to keep going.
Beautifully said, Emily. Now, let's give our listeners something fun. A short weekend mini story to practice listening and speaking.
Okay, let's tell the story of Crystal, our friend who loves weekends more than anyone.
All right, here we go.
It's Saturday morning. The sun is shining, and Crystal opens her window. She takes a deep breath and says, ah, weekend at last.
She makes pancakes, drinks coffee, and listens to her favorite music. The kitchen smells like vanilla and happiness.
Later, she calls her best friend and says, Let's meet at the park. They walk, laugh, and feed the ducks by the lake.
In the evening, Crystal watches a movie with her family. She feels peaceful and thankful.
On Sunday, she sleeps in and writes in her journal, "Small joys make life big."
That's a beautiful thought. Everyone's weekend looks different, but each one can be meaningful.
Yes, you don't need a fancy trip or big plans to make your weekend special. Sometimes quiet moments are the best ones.
So true. And when you describe them with heart, your English will naturally sound more real.
Let's teach our listeners a simple structure to talk about their weekend clearly.
Great. Step 1, say what you did. Example, I went to the park.
Step 2, add details. I went to the park with my friends.
Step 3, share your feelings. It was relaxing and fun.
Perfect. So you can say, I went to the park with my friends. It was relaxing and fun.
Simple, clear, and beautiful. Anyone can understand you.
Exactly. And when you speak this way, you're not just using English, you're building connection.
You're letting people see a small part of your heart.
All right, Paul, time for another quick practice. I'll say a weekend activity, and you make a short story.
Challenge accepted.
Okay, cook dinner.
I cooked dinner on Sunday. I made pasta and garlic bread. My kitchen smelled amazing.
Nice! Next one, go to the beach.
I went to the beach with my family. We swam, built sandcastles, and watched the sunset.
Beautiful. That's how you bring English to life, with details, colors, and emotion.
Now, your turn, listeners. Make your own weekend story. Use 3 sentences. You can pause this video and say it out loud.
Remember, speaking English isn't about showing off. It's about sharing yourself with the world.
That's powerful, Emily. And I think our listeners are feeling that right now.
I hope so, because every sentence you say today builds a stronger voice for tomorrow.
Exactly. So before we wrap up, let's do our final review together.
Here are today's key phrases. I relaxed at home. I hung out with my friends. I caught up with my family.
And don't forget the idioms: sleep in, take it easy, and have a blast.
Perfect. Now, Charlotte's quick vocabulary spotlight before we end.
Let's go.
Word 1. Weekend getaway. A short trip for rest. Example. We went on a weekend getaway to the mountains.
Word 2, recharge, to get your energy back. Example, I used the weekend to recharge.
Word 3. Quality time. Time spent meaningfully with people you love. Example. I had quality time with my parents.
Those are great expressions, and they remind us weekends aren't just about time off. They're about balance and connection.
Yes, life moves fast, but weekends let us slow down and breathe.
And when you talk about them in English, you're not only practicing grammar, you're practicing gratitude.
Exactly, Paul. Gratitude makes language warm and human.
So, dear listeners, take a moment to think, what was one small thing that made you smile this weekend?
Maybe it was your morning coffee, your walk in the park, or just a quiet nap.
Whatever it was, say it in English. Feel proud of it.
And if you want to practice more, write a comment below. This weekend, and finish your sentence.
We'll read some of your answers in the next episode.
Oh, yes. I can't wait to see how creative everyone is.
Before we end, Emily, what's one message you want our listeners to remember?
Maybe this. Even if you remember just one phrase today, you're already improving. Progress is built one word at a time.
That's beautiful. And I'll add this. Your English doesn't have to be perfect to be powerful.
Well said, Paul. So, everyone, take that energy into your next conversation. Talk about your weekend. Share your world.
Because your story matters in every language.
Thank you so much for joining us today on Slow English Channel.
If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with a friend who loves learning English.
We'll see you next time with new words, new stories, and new motivation.
Until then, take it easy and have a great weekend ahead.
Bye for now, everyone. Keep speaking, keep shining.